y'all, I am making some individual no-bake cheesecakes today. So I thought I would jump on and show you what I have done so far. Is I took a pack of graham crackers. You need 1 cup of crushed graham crackers. And that takes about 7 of these full crackers. And I crushed them, mixed them with some melted butter and sugar. And I've had them pressed in the bottom of this pan. And I put them in the freezer while I was fixing my cream cheese mixture for our cheesecakes. So what I'm going to do now, I just used the stand mixer and I took some pictures and videos and I'll put it at the end of this. So I gently folded in some whipped cream. So I've got that in, y'all. I'll use the measure-all cup to measure out exactly the amount of whipped cream I needed and then pop that right back in there. I got a little bit left, but I'm gonna lick that right off after I cut this video off. I won't lick it in front of you. So it takes these about 4 hours in the refrigerator to set up. And if you probably wonder, I've got 2 different types of cupcake liners. I've always done these in just the paper cupcake liners, but I bought recently some silicone cupcake liners. So I've got 6 of these in here that I want to try just to see if they will release any easier, because what I do with these, if we're not having them for a party or to eat right now, what I make these for is to freeze. So I like to, when I'm giving them away, I keep them in these cups, but I want to see if they'll release like this and let me freeze them individually. And then my mama or whoever I am gifting them to will have an individual cheesecake in their freezer. These will last in the refrigerator for about 3 to 5 days, and they'll last in a freezer for about 3, I wouldn't be scared to say 5 months, because everything in here is perfectly great for freezers. So I've got our medium scoop, and I won't keep you on to fill them all up, but what I'm gonna do now is just take a scoop of this mixture and put in each one. This is 2 tablespoons, the size that I'm using now, and I'll probably have some extra that I'm going to go back around and fill it up, and I'll take the back side of this and press it down as I'm going. So I just wanted to show you what I have done at this point, and then my favorite part will be when I come back on and show you what these look like when they're all done and how I typically try to serve them. So I said I won't go do them all, y'all, so I will stop. I could just, y'all know, I could just talk forever and keep going. So I'm going to keep filling these up and then put them back in the refrigerator and wait patiently for them to set up. And then I'll be back on and show you the reveal. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, y'all, these mini cheesecakes are ready, and I actually stuck them in the freezer for a little while just to speed up the process. I had walked over to Turner, my grandson. They live next door, and he's the one I just shared that said the prayer at his award ceremony. But at the end of school, they had some baby chickens in the incubator, or eggs, and they hatched. So he convinced his teacher to let him bring these chickens home. So he now has 6 chickens, so I'm going to have a lot of eggs, I hope soon. So I was over there with him playing, and he's so excited. So I went ahead and took one out. My daughter and son-in-laws are excited too, because I told them I was making them. But y'all, aren't they just as cute as they can be? So I'll show you, after I decorate one for you, what I want to take them out of this for. This is the rectangular cool and serve, so if I were going to a party, but I'm gonna keep these in the refrigerator here, this is what I would put them in. You've probably seen me show this cool and serve before. It has a lid that fits right underneath, and this inside tray comes out, and these cooling pucks are frozen, and they will keep cold if you're outside. They'll keep your food cold 4 to 6 hours. So I like to put them in here to serve them. So I'll take one of these out, if I can get it out, that's in the regular cupcake liner. And that's, if I'm serving them, that's typically how I do. The one I took out of the silicone liner, and it did pop out well. So we'll open one of these other ones and see how it does too. But before I do that, what I like to do, let me tilt this camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. Move my cupcakes. Or I keep calling them cupcakes. Cheesecakes. So I have some little Butterfinger bits, and I have some of those in one of these little silicone cups. And I like to shave my little almond bark. This is like chocolate bark. So I shave some of that, and then I have some caramel sauce in this one, which is probably going to be mine. So I'm going to just squeeze this little silicone bowl. Y'all, these bowls are still in the outlet on sale. So you can really, now that you have these made ahead and freeze them or keep them in the refrigerator, you can really put on them whatever you want to put on them. But I like a lot of caramel. You can put fruit on them. You can get like jam or jellies and put on them. But in my case, I'm doing the caramel. And then I'm going to do some of these little Butterfinger bits. I might better grab them with my fingers and just sprinkle them on top. Yum, 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 yum. So this is a perfect little treat to pop out of the freezer or the refrigerator at night. And then for the final touch, just a little bit of whipped cream on top. That didn't squirt out as pretty as I had planned, but you get the idea. So how adorable are those? And again, I like to take these to people and let them have them in their freezer or refrigerator. My mom will keep them in the freezer, and then she can just pop out one at a time and let it sit at room temperature and then eat it for her snack at night. So now I'll open this one that's just in the cupcake liner and let you see that. So see, even though they're in the paper cupcake liners, it peels off just perfectly. And I didn't do anything that you didn't see me do in the first video. I just put them right in here and we are good to go. Doesn't that look delicious? So this one, I'll wipe that cheesecake off my hand. I'll put a little bit of this chocolate on it. I might have to eat both of them. But at parties, I like to have these little bowls sitting around with different treats in them. Isn't that cute? Let's see if I can do my whipped cream a little better this time. There we go. That little first squirt was bad. So y'all look at there. How adorable. So I will share this recipe with you. They're very, very easy to make. And normally when I'm making them, I try to double the batch and go ahead and make 24 of them instead of 12, so I can have plenty of them in the freezer for us and to share. So thank you guys for watching, and again, I'll share the recipe in the comments. And one more time, I'll tell you how wonderful these little bowls are to use for so many different things. And I don't know if they'll keep them once they sell out in the outlet, but I have 2 or 3 sets of them and I use them all the time. So thank you guys for watching, and y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.